very honored to be joined by the Saskatchewan Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable David Merritt, and he is here today to talk to us about the investment that the government of Saskatchewan, as well as the government of Canada, have made into the Livestock and Forage Centre of Excellence at the U of S. And so thank you so much for being with me today, David.
Thank you so much for having me on, Thomas.
All right, David, so let's start. Could you tell our viewers who are not aware of what exactly the Livestock and Forage Center of Excellence is at the U of S and kind of what projects they do there and research?
Well, what they're really doing, obviously, is a lot of research in the livestock sector, both from the beef cattle and from the bison as well, Thomas. And this project started, a few years ago. It finally opened in 2018 as a result of a lot of work of the livestock industry as a whole and the former Minister of Agriculture, Lyle Stewart. And we saw this facility built. It's world class. My understanding is it's one of a kind in all of North America. And really what it does is it takes the whole, the livestock industry, especially the beef and the bison, right from the cow-calf operation right to the finishing side of it as well. They also have a feedlot there as well. But it looks at all aspects of the industry, from the forage side, the different feeds, even water management, water control, water quality is also a part of it. So it's really important. Obviously, the livestock industry is very important to the economy of the province of Saskatchewan. It's a big part of our growth plan to 2030 to see obviously gross sales of in excess of $3 billion in the livestock sector. So it's important for us. And the other part that it really does for us, Thomas, is because we have a world-class facility, it just gives us the opportunity to attract bright young minds that want to come and do research here, hopefully even get into the livestock industry here in the province of Saskatchewan. And I know as a result of being there yesterday, there's some bright young students that end up actually working for the Ministry of Agriculture, which is really good.
David, could you continue to comment just on why the government of Saskatchewan wanted to make this big $6.6 million investment, as well as the help that the Canadian government at
Right.
the national level, why they were so interested in helping out and investing in the Forage Center?
Well, I think it's all part and parcel to the promotion of the livestock industry as a whole. We really do need the livestock industry if we want to protect our native pastures. We've already, made that connection that the cattle and the bison have to be on native prairie if we want to continue to sustain native prairie. Also, the wildlife and the whole ecosystem is really important to us and important to not only the province of Saskatchewan, but to the country as a whole. This is a partnership with the federal government. As I said, it's $6.6 million over the 5 years. It's an increase of about 20% of the former 5 years. But what it really does is give them, long-term stable funding. And this is really base funding, but there's other partners in here as well, too, that we really have to talk about, Thomas. Obviously, the livestock sector, they put money into it as well to make sure the facility is up and running. And then there's other funding mechanisms through research dollars that we have. If a project that we think is very important to the province of Saskatchewan and to the livestock industry, we look at supporting those types of projects. And that's why the whole system is very important to us. And as I said, this wouldn't be possible without obviously a commitment of some great support previously in donations that helped build the facility, put the facility where it is, and as I said, make a world-class facility to attract really top researchers, not only from Saskatchewan, Canada, and North America, but from around the world as well.
Thank you so much for all the information, David. It was a pleasure talking to you once again, and hopefully we will talk again once again very soon.
You bet. Thank you so much, Thomas.